Hey ESCAPETHEROOMers, we are in Toronto, and on this stop we're going to check out Casa Loma. They're actually in a real castle right behind me. Do you see the size of that castle? And on top of that, we're going to try to escape their game called Escape the Tower. I wonder how that will turn out. I'm going to show you guys what the inside looks like, a sneak peek of the rooms, and maybe we'll get an interview as well. So follow our channel. So you'll have to pay at the booth when you enter the location. They recently changed the rules, so parking will have to be paid until midnight. The cost for each vehicle is going to be 15 Canadian dollars.
What's going on, everybody? It's Brandon from ESCAPETHEROOmers, and we are at Casa Loma. I just played their game Escape the Tower, and it is so much fun. You gotta make it on over here. This is the second game that we played here, but the first one was remote, and we had so much fun on that game, we drove all the way over here. Not all the way here, we're still on our Canada tour. But anyways, before we get into it, I gotta speak with Mike. Mike, how are you?
Good.
He's head of marketing, and Kevin, how are you? Head of creative. So, first thing I gotta ask you is how many games you have available here in this beautiful castle?
Yeah, so we have 5 games available in Casa Loma. Escape the Tower, from what you just played, and Escaped, right?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah,
we had a team. We were called the best team ever. That was our nickname.
That was unique.
And you saved your day.
You lived up to it.
Thank you.
We also have a Murdoch Mysteries escape game that takes place just down Walden. It's actually like a part of the Escape Casa Loma series. It takes place at the Coachman's Stables. We also have Station M, which is a Cold War themed game that takes place in the tunnels, like inside of the tunnels in Casa Loma,
Literally.
where actually Station M did exist and things were like known for spies during the Cold War. We have King of the Bootleggers, which is our Prohibition themed escape room, and we have the Dragon Song, which is our fantasy Avalon, like you get to save the dragons of Avalon and free the alchemist from the evil alchemist Markov.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so I said castle because we actually are in a castle, correct?
Yeah.
We are in a tower of the castle. This is the Norman Tower of Castle.
Wow, and it's huge, it's massive. So they have tours here also, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And funny enough, you mentioned just Casa Loma, but we also have many other escape games. We have an escape game called Where Dark Things Dwell under Secret City Adventures, which runs at Black Creek Pioneer Village. Ooh. And we have a game called Escape the Ghost Ship, which runs at Toronto Harbourfront. And we're actually bringing it to Hamilton this year, which we're really excited about.
We got to
done with Pirate Life.
Yeah! There's just so much to do, so many great games we need to check out. Out of the ones that you mentioned here, which seems to be the most popular?
It depends on what you're looking for, really. Like the Dragon Song is probably our family-friendly game. We designed intentionally to bring younger players in, and so if you want that, if you want a tough challenge, I'd say Station M is probably what you're looking for.
Okay.
If you want to interact with most with actors, King of the Bootleggers has our most actors of all of our games here at Casa Loma. So yeah, they're all popular for very different reasons.
Do all the games have actors?
They do. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, all of our games everywhere have actors. It's definitely one thing here.
That's awesome. Definitely adds to the immersiveness and the experience. The next thing I want to ask you is, so because you have actors, and they're kind of like your game masters or your guiders, do you recall them mentioning anything that they've seen players do in the rooms that stood out? Like anything funny, any story you would like to share?
Yeah, well, that's a great question. I actually used to be an actor in the escape rooms.
Okay.
And a fellow actor and myself, we were in, I'm not going to mention the game,
okay,
but we had a pickpocketing puzzle in the game where a player actually had to pickpocket one of the actors, and what ended up happening was a player went to go pickpocket, and they I guess lost their balance. They ended up ripping the actor's pants all the way down, and I don't even think the player realized, but our performer, his costume was just open right there, and he had to leave the room and put a paper clip on it.
Oh my goodness!
And I remember being a character in the game and being you just ripped his pants. And the player was just like,
Yeah, desperate times. Definitely.
Definitely something I'll never forget, though.
That's the first
Well,
thing.
maybe solve the puzzle if they got what they needed.
I think they did.
Was that someone you? Was it your pants that you ripped?
No, it wasn't my pants, but I understood the dilemma.
Well, that's the first we've heard of that story. We've heard many stories, but that's the first. Pants being ripped and pulled down in the middle of.
Well, they stayed up, but
Well, no, yeah, part of the pants got stripped.
yeah.
What about you, Kevin? Do you recall hearing any stories or?
I haven't been in the games as much as Mike. Occasionally have, but I've definitely heard of like horror stories with like fire alarms being pulled accidentally, thinking a piece of a puzzle.
Yeah.
Stuff like that has happened. We've also had lots of like wedding proposals in some of our games.
Okay. Successful?
Yes.
Successful. Great. Sorry?
Knock out wood.
That's not oh, there's no wood, it's all brick. So I want to ask you, do you play escape rooms? I feel like you do. You play?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
we try to go out as a team with our design team to like play them as well.
Okay. Was there any that stood out for you? It doesn't have to be your favorite, because I know favorite is a very hard thing to choose. One that was memorable, preferably the name of the company and the game.
So something, not a room specifically, but right now our design team is making our way through the Curious Correspondence pack.
Okay.
Like the puzzles
Yeah.
at home, like the envelopes. So that's really fun. So we've been doing that sort of on our lunches over the last little while.
Okay.
We recently went and played Imaginarium here in Toronto. So that was a lot of fun. It's like a little
Which game?
What was it called?
The Steampunk Express.
Steampunk Express.
Super sweet.
Yeah, I love games. I like going to games that do stuff that we don't do, where like games that have like physical slides or big tunnels, you know, like ladders you have to crawl up. Stuff with like crazy tech, where we like use a lot of the acting and the sets. So trying to find out what other people are doing differently than us.
Okay. And is that yours also, or do you have another one that you like to?
I thought the Steampunk Express was fantastic. We also did a wizard-themed game at Looking Glass Adventures on the Danforth, and that was pretty good. Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, shout out to Looking Glass Adventures and Imaginarium and CCC. And then, is there any updates that you'd like to share with them about what's coming or new from Casa Loma?
Sure, yeah, we got lots of things going on just with Secret City Adventures in general. So we got our 5 games going on here. They run all year round. Seasonally, we have our Black Creek Plenty of Village games opening up again this summer, and it runs until Halloween. And we're redesigning a bunch of elements of it for this year.
Okay.
That's going to be its 4th year running. Our escape ship is running in Toronto and Ottawa, but we're opening up a French version in Ottawa and expanding it to Hamilton.
Wow.
And we're also working on something for the western side of the country of Canada. That's coming up, as well as some experiences that are not entirely escape games, but are immersive experiences.
Wow. You guys are busy.
Yeah, we have a very busy year ahead of us.
Yeah, definitely check out their website, stay tuned for updates, subscribe, and you'll be alerted when these things are coming out. And one thing I want to ask each one of you is something that most people do not know about you, outside of Casa Loma. Hidden talent, a hobby, something you like to do that you'd like to share with us?
I mean, one thing that stands out is that everybody that works for us, especially at Escape Casa Loma, like all of our actors are so talented, so multifaceted. Like we got writers, directors, actors, comedians, musicians. So like there's a chance that if you are in Toronto and you play a game with us at Escape Casa Loma and you go out that night and you're seeing a live show, whether it be comedy, theater, music, you're probably going to see somebody on stage that you have seen
Here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you guys have anything that you like to share about yourselves? Or?
That's personally.
I'm a hobbyist musician, I guess.
I'm also a hobbyist musician.
Yeah.
Hobbyist musician.
What do you play?
I play guitar and I sing.
Do you play together?
We've never actually played together.
You didn't jam together?
No.
We've talked about that.
We have talked. But
Also
yeah.
guitar?
I also play guitar. Yeah.
Wow. I gotta ask this question too because we are in Canada and I've been asking pretty much everybody. Do you play hockey?
I don't.
I don't know, like my parents put me on ice when I was they put me on ice and it just didn't really
stick.
It didn't really take. Like I can't do the
the cuts.
Yeah, I'm not a sporty person.
I feel like I thought it was a mandatory thing growing up, but I guess some people do and some people don't.
I eat a lot of poutine.
Oh, okay. That was my second question. Do you eat a lot of poutine?
And I live in an igloo.
Oh.
Just kidding.
That's my third. Well, thank you so much for sharing that information with us. You guys gotta check out our website, EscapeTheRoomers.com, so you'll know what we thought of Escape the Tower. Also, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel because we're showing you what to expect when you get to these locations, the parking situation, the lobby area, great stories from the creators and the owners behind these scenes, and yeah, maybe a sneak peeks inside of the room. We'll see what we can do. Stay tuned to the next one. Peace out.
Left for me to use, one hit left for me to move. Time is running out, gotta figure something out.